Continental Tire Coach's Corner. Proud to be the exclusive tire of the Dan Patrick Show, no matter where you drive or what you drive. Continental designs tires for what you do. For more information, visit ContinentalTire.com. Continental Tire for what you do. Oh, is he the media darling of the NCAA tournament? Frank Martin, head coach of South Carolina. Where are you right now, Coach?
I'm in my locker room getting ready to walk off for practice in about 45 minutes.
Okay. What if I'm late to one of your practices? What happens?
Don't come. Don't show up because you're not getting in and no one's going to pay attention to you, so you're just going to sit there and feel like you betrayed somebody.
How has life changed here in the last 2 weeks for you?
I don't know, Dan. I'm fighting real hard to pay attention to all that matters, which is watching film and preparing my team right now because, phone. I've got new friends I never knew I had. It's one of them things. I've seen it. I kind of experienced it coaching high school basketball to a certain extent because I was a part of the most successful high school program in the history of the state of Florida. So I kind of sensed it there, but it's small compared to this, and a lot more distractions right now. I'll say that.
Yeah, it can be dangerous, but you have to have a cutoff date where you just say, after this, I'm on lockdown, and so is my team.
That's you must have been in my team meeting yesterday. I didn't know you were in there.
I was there, Coach. I was in a locker. I was hiding.
Yeah. I've seen you dressed as a PE teacher in a movie one time. I would not want to see you in person dressed like that. But
you don't want to mess with me, Coach. Not when I'm not as a physical education teacher. But can you enjoy this though? Are you enjoying this?
Oh, absolutely.
Good.
I'm living a dream, Dan. I've enjoyed being around these kids even when we weren't winning. So I'm ecstatic for them that they're being rewarded with their commitment to us, and not giving in to outside noise at any time. Not this year, but I'm talking about last year, the year before, at any time. But I'm having the time of my life, and I told the team yesterday. I said, "Hey, enjoy all this. When the wheels go up Wednesday at 2:30, all the outside noise is over. We're back to us and hunkering down, and we're treating it like if we're going on a road trip to play at LSU, Mississippi State, Auburn, just any one of our SEC opponents."
South Carolina head coach Frank Martin joining us, Continental Tire Coach's Corner. They got Gonzaga coming up. Have you already broken down Gonzaga's game film?
Yeah. I've kind of spent the last 48 hours. I didn't do much. I shouldn't say I didn't do much. I did absolutely nothing basketball-wise from Sunday night to Monday night. And then sometime Monday night, I started breaking them down, and I'm starting to get pretty comfortable with them.
How do you explain this run, considering the way the regular that you ended the regular season not on an uptick here, and what clicked with this team?
Dan, most teams that play 3 of their last 5 on the road in conference didn't end up with a good record in the last 5-6 games. It's hard to win on the road in February. Every team is scrambling. Every team knows that the end is coming, and it's conference play, and everyone's on edge. And and then we didn't just play on the road against whoever. We played postseason teams, and we were in the fight. We were in one-possession games. The only team that got away from us was at Florida. And we just couldn't get over the hump. So I was happy with how we were playing. Fans were mad because we didn't win. I get it. I understand. But I think it's a credit to our conference that the SEC is a lot better than anyone on the outside give it credit for, that it prepared our guys to be able to play in the postseason.
How's recruiting off a Final Four run?
My phone's been a lot more active from a lot of very popular young men compared to what it was, maybe a month ago. So, but it's what it's all about. Kind of winning breeds winning, and hopefully young players out there see the success of Sindarius Thornwell and P.J. Dozier, one guy who's a highly recruited young man that's become a player of the year in the conference, and P.J., who's a McDonald All-American and is playing unbelievable basketball right now, and his growth as a person and as a player. So it kind of makes it, if you're sitting at home watching, you're saying, you know what? If it's good enough for them, it's got to be good enough for me. So it's that's all helpful.
Where do you stand with Zion Williamson, the South Carolina kid?
The rules of recruiting. You're trying to get me in trouble right now. Recruiting is going well.
Okay, let me retract that. How are you doing recruiting good players in South Carolina, Coach?
I think we've got everyone's attention in the state right now. And it started a couple years ago. This is not something that started last month. Recruiting is all about relationships, and we've been in the relationship building process for 5 years here in the state to try and regain the trust of people in the state. And I think we're in a good place right now, and I think we've got the attention of everyone involved in basketball right now.
I was watching you after you guys won to go to the Final Four, and you were searching in the crowd at Madison Square Garden, and I wasn't sure who you were searching for.
My wife, my children, and my mother. Those are the people that have believed in me. Obviously my mother raised me, and my wife believed in me and sacrificed her life to help me chase mine. And while I'm chasing my dreams, she's been raising our children, and then my children I tell our players all the time, but it's I'm on you, yes I am. I'm challenging you, yes I am. If one day God blesses you with the opportunity of being a father, you don't take a 2-week vacation from that responsibility. It is an everyday, lifetime responsibility, and I live it every single day, and I absolutely love the fact that I'm a father. Darius
Rucker said it was pretty emotional when he saw you hugging your mom, of what that meant to her and you meant to her.
Yeah, it's Dan. I've said it after the game when I was asked. As strong a person as I've come across in my lifetime. Never made any excuses. She was raised by her mom, my grandma, English was a foreign language. Had no idea how to speak English when she got in this country. Ended up, in a single-parent home. Fought her tail off to figure out a way to make enough money. Never complained because she never received a monthly check from my father. Never begged. I'm sure she cried privately, but never let us as kids know whatever pain she was in. On the contrary, she gave us unbelievable love and sacrificed her life to give my sister and I an opportunity, and that's why that was such an unbelievable moment.
How's the sport coat situation for Saturday's game?
Got one for you, Dan. Got one for you. Did you like the one last Sunday?
It made a statement, man. It came out. It was like it was a shot to Roy Williams to say, hey, somebody else can bring some noise here with the sport coat.
Well, the routine has been good for 2 weeks.
Yep.
So we're keeping the routine consistent for this week. If I've got one for Gonzaga. And if for whatever reason we figure out a way to trick the world again and figure out a way to score one more than Gonzaga, then I got one for you for Monday.
I like that. I like it. Hey, safe travels and congrats. Good luck.
Hey, no car bombs.
No. If you win the national title, I'll have a car bomb. How's that? I'll have one for you, Coach. How's that?
If we get the band back together, we'll get it done.
So if we get Huggins, me, you, Billy Donovan, and Brett Barrett, we're doing car bombs?
I'm in.
I love it. All right. Good luck, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan.
That's Frank Martin, South Carolina head coach. Didn't mean to get him in trouble.